And I don't know if I mentioned the Matt Pat cameo yet, but he says the thing and everyone in the theater was like really mad about it. So that was kind of a validating experience too.
Yeah, I'm certain it was. Welcome to Disasterpiece Publishing House, a Five Nights at Freddy's podcast. I'm Dev Markiplier Solivay, and
and I am Joan Septiceye. And welcome to the Bite of 87.
And it's Scrollvember, where we
talk about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes, Disasterpiece Publishing House is a show about the weird Wild West of internet literature.
Dramatic readings included.
I remembered this time.
Yeah. We are recording these last two episodes back to back.
Yeah, and so we're just coming off of Pella and feeling
I'm pretty sure, like, the last week, Deb has mostly just been making us record this to periodically interrupt me from complaining about and talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Anyway, this time around we're going to do something a little bit different. So, what's considered one of the worst books in
Let's go.
Skyrim.
Let's go.
It's called The Chronicles of Nchuleft. And it's so bad that when I tried to read it, it made my eyes water. And my eyes watering again just thinking about it.
Well, you know what's fucked up about Nchuleft is that if you rearrange the letters, it spells Philadelphia.
I thought it spelled Phoenix.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I was misremembering. I don't have a word brain like you do.
So, reading Chronicles of Nchuleft is kind of like chopping the onion for me, and I'm going to put John through this torment as well this time around. And I want you listeners to play along too.
You can't fucking hurt me. I've been hurt too much by the world.
I'm not going to be the one hurting you here. It's going to be Todd Howard hurting you here. He's the one. He could have cut this out of the game. He left this in. So,
I just want to put this out here now. Legally actionable. Todd Howard, if I don't like this, I am going to come to your house and duck quack.
Yeah. I'll just get the voices like redacted.
Undisclosed.
Oh god, I wish we could cover that one for the podcast.
Oh my god, we'll get David Wong on him. We'll get Jason Pargy himself.
Yeah, let's do it. So the game we're gonna play is that I'm going to start reading the Chronicles of Nchuleft, and I will do it as pretentiously as possible. And Joan is going to try and sit through it, and she's going to tell me when she can't take it anymore.
And I'm going to stare at you directly in the face as you realize I'm much stronger than you give me credit for.
And listeners, you can play along too. Comment the point at which you couldn't take it anymore, and then you can skip ahead to, I don't know, a couple of minutes from now. Anyway, you ready to start?
I was born ready, brother. Let's do this.
All right. The Chronicles of Nchuleft by an anonymous Altmer.
It's only like 4 fucking paragraphs.
A historical chronicle of events in the Dwemer Freehold city colony of Nchuleft.
Mm-hmm.
The death of Lord Illendam.
Mm-hmm.
It happened in Second Planting, PD 1220, that Lord Illendam, on a journey into the western uplands, came to Nchuleft, and Protector Anchard and General Recungthunch met him there, and Dalen Zanshu also came to the meeting. They talked together long by themselves, but this only was known of their business, that they were to be friends of each other. They parted, and each went home to his own colony. Bluthanch and her sons came to hear of this meeting, and saw in this secret meeting a treasonable plot against the councils, and they often talked of this among themselves. When spring came, the councils proclaimed, as usual, a council meet, in the halls of Bamsamshund.
You think you can crack me? But you can't.
The people accordingly assembled, hand-fasted with ale and song.
Harumph, 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 harumph!
My eyes are watering from how bad this is, my dear. I'm going to be crying by the end of this. Drinking bravely, and much and many things were talked over at the drink table.
Hey, did you scout the football game last night? Yeah! Hey, shame about that treasonous plot! Yeah! Did you hear those guys met? Yeah, I heard all that they were meant to do is say that they were friends with each other, then they left! I heard that too!
See, all your jokes...
Wow!
All your jokes are making this tolerable. It's easier to get through when you interrupt.
For once.
Among other things were comparisons between different Dwemer, and at last among the counselors themselves. One said that Lord Irlandam exceeded his fellow counselors by far and in every way. At this, Councillor Bluethench was very angry, and she said that she was in no way less than Lord Irlandam, and she was eager to prove it. Instantly, both parties were so inflamed that they challenged each other to battle, and ran their arms. But some citizens, who were less drunk and more understanding, came between them and quieted them, and each went back to his own colony.
Hey, fuck you! I broke through the glass ceiling! Hey, fuck you! I'm still better than you! Guys! Come on!
You've had
We're
too much
citizens.
to drink.
We're less drunk. How do they fucking say it?
Less drunk and more understanding.
Hey, we're more understanding than you guys right now. Y'all need to cool it before Illendam deaths all over the place, alright?
And go back to your own colonies.
Go back to your own colonies and agree that you met and are friends and that is all that there was. Or whatever.
But nobody expected that they would ever meet in peace again together. But then, in the fall, Lord Irlandam received a message from the Councillor Bluethench inviting him to a parley at Hendor Stardom's.
This really does just read like someone's fucking drunk uncle just going like, yeah, and then last Thanksgiving, like Aunt Flo fucking started a fight with Uncle Harold over how burnt the bird was.
I feel like
she did throw a steak knife at his heart and swore she'd never be in the same room as him again. But, you know, this year she brought cherry pie and everyone just decided not to talk about it.
I think it's because I'm trying to read it silly to help me get through it. And all Irlandam's kin and citizens strongly urged him not to come, fearing treachery. But Lord Irlandam would not listen to counsel, not even to carrying with him his honor guard. And sadly it came to pass that while travelling to Hendor Stardom's in Chinzinch Pass, a host of foul creatures set upon Lord Irlandam and killed him and all of his party.
Wait, so it's not even like the, okay. So
And
it's not
many
even
citizens-
that, hold on, it's not even that the beef culminated in, he just dies like a dog in the streets from,
Yeah.
I don't know, some scary thing, we didn't really bother to look into it.
Well, and many citizens thereafter said that Bluethench and her sons had conjured these beasts.
Sure.
And set them upon Lord Irlandam, but nothing was proven. Lord Irlandam lies buried at a place called Leftunch. And that's the end of the Chronicles of Nchuleft. It's very bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It sucks. Yep, that's considered one of the worst ones. Next to all the, like, lore dumpy ones, the real Baron's Eye has some pretty rank-ass segments. As much as I have my takes about it, yeah.
Well, that was terrible.
And it's only been 10 minutes.
Yeah, well,
This might be a short episode.
if only there were a ridiculous wiki entry about a ridiculous man on a wiki you never would have expected him to show up on.
Yeah, wiki that's incomplete, by the way. I've checked other...
Can I do a dramatic reading of this blind?
Sure, let's take a break first.
All
I
right.
need a drink of water.
Scoot-doo-doo. And we're back.
We're back, and we're reading the entry for Todd Howard on the Vanessa Hudgens wiki.
So I'm going to need you to be the fact checker here, because I don't think this is 100% accurate.
Oh yeah, I'll keep my phone open, I'll keep Google open
okay.
so I can fact check for you.
Alright, I'm glad I see you pulled it out, and everything that you say is true.
Yes.
To be unquestioned. Todd Howard and Vanessa Hudgens are married. She is to be put in Elder Scrolls 6 as an NPC. Todd and Vanessa meet on the set of Skyrim, the musical, and fell in love.
That's 100% true. The story was in the tabloids.
Yeah, they did meet on the set of Skyrim, the musical, and fell in love. Yeah. Sorry. Todd and Vanessa meet on... There's a lot of tenses going on there, and they're all correct. They have 3 children. Todd Howard Jr., Vanessa Howard Jr., and Heather Howard. He is an enthusiast of the video game Skyrim, which he was part of the game making process for the 2011 game.
That's actually an urban myth.
That's right.
It was Pete Hines who was responsible for that.
Yeah, Todd...
As well as Pete Holmes, both of them. It got confusing for a while, but...
Yeah. He kept showing up in the Batman outfit and then going, I'm going to be crashing here. And then Todd's like, I don't think anyone knows enough about Pete Holmes to get these references. Yeah. Sorry, this next one. This is the only true thing so far. Yeah. And it's the funniest one. Skyrim has been released a record amount 9 times.
Yeah, well, no, the 9th time is when they released it on Amazon Echo. No, Alexa. They released it on Alexa. That's a real thing they did.
Yeah, I believe it. That's when you go, Alexa, play Skyrim, it transforms into a little dragon and bites your dick off.
Yeah. Well, I think the way it actually works is like, like a D&D, like a tabletop campaign.
Yeah.
They were playing on the joke that they kept releasing it. And then they re-released it, but they did it on Alexa, and it was a bit with I forget his first name, Keegan Michael Key. I think.
Oh yeah.
People thought it was a joke, and then they tried it, and it was actually real.
I didn't know that this was going to somehow come back to a Key and Peele bit, but I should have known. Yeah. Who is Vanessa Hudgens? I don't know who the fuck Vanessa Hudgens is.
She's an actress whose first major role was a character whose name I forget in High School Musical. Since then, she's been in, like, TV shows. She's directed a couple of Hallmark movies.
Wait, wasn't she in Beastly?
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, I
just know she like, dated Zac Efron for a while. That's all I know.
Oh, Vaneffron. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We are only 4 sentences in. How is this one harder to get through?
Yeah.
Alright. On this, Vanessa said, you gotta do what you gotta do to pay the bill, you understand? Though it is understood she was high at the time. I don't like you calling me out like this, Vanessa Hudgens Wiki.
Yeah.
Todd and Vanessa have been destined to be married since they were 5 when their parents were neighbors. Vanessa talked about this in an interview in 2013, saying, I never thought I would end up with him, but when it all came together at Skyrim, I just knew I was meant to be with him. So we got married 3 days later, and after copious amounts of sex. Todd also said, dude, I filled that up so much, I think she's gonna have twins now.
That's so fucked up. They did have twins after that, by the way.
Thank you for following up with that. Thank you, yeah. Well, yeah, Todd Howard Jr. and Vanessa Howard Jr., obviously.
Yeah, and then Heather Howard was the youngest.
Todd Howard recently stated that, I do plan on releasing Skyrim a 10th time for the Game Boy Advance port. There was significant backlash as people asked where he was at on Elder Scrolls 6, but he simply added, we have some new exciting content for the Game Boy Advance. He also announced he was making his run for president official with a speech at the Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture. I'm excited for this run at president with my great wife, Vanessa Hudgens. My wife. I also want to say my Secretary of State is going to be Todd Howard Jr. The statement was met with much surprise from voters, as one named Julian Assange said, I was surprised at his run for president, but I'm excited nonetheless. So far, Howard is the Bethesda party's top candidate, and he's looking good for 2024. President of Bethesda, Vlatko Andanov, said, "We are excited for Todd's campaign and look forward to his future running for president." Todd was recently endorsed by leading California candidate Governor Dr. God Johnson, PhD, MD, Columbia University. I'm sorry, I'm stealing Dr. God Johnson. That's too good.
Nice choice, yeah.
Oh my god. Dev, that name of this episode is Dr. God Johnson's Adventures in Todd Howard Land.
Okay.
Yeah, Todd Howard had to be suspended his presidential election in 2024 due to his underlying medical condition, known only as being a rich douchebag. Dr. God Johnson, PhD, MD, now PharmD, Columbia University. Why does that God flow like an Eminem song?
Got me feeling like a rap god.
Got me feeling like Dr. God Johnson, PhD, MD, now PharmD, Columbia University.
Dr. Rap God Johnson, that's the title of this episode.
I know you feel me, Todd Howard. Can I hear you holler from the back? Say yeah!
Yeah!
Say what?
What?
Okay!
Get a little John there. Oh, yeah.
When Vanessa Hudgens was asked about the subject, she said, quote, "What the fuck are you doing in my house?" These next couple of paragraphs are stupid, so I'm skipping them.
Why? What happened?
Oh, it's getting a little lol random XD. Let's get back to the funny bits. Back when Mr. Howard was a wee lad, he single-handedly caused Elvis Presley's overdose by talking about his cool game he wanted to make on November 11th, 2011. When Vanessa Hudgens heard about this in an interview for the hit movie TikTok Boom, she stated, "What an American hero," which is very true, yes indeed. Oh, sorry, Dev, that was your line.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, because that was supposed to be you Google checking it.
I don't know. Oh yeah. The controversy surrounding Elvis's overdose. There was a conspiracy theory for a long time that it was manufactured, and that turned out to be true. Todd Howard admitted to this crime, but it's too long. They can't arrest him for it now. Yeah,
that's actually why they have that cosmetic fried banana peanut butter sandwich in Fallout 76 now. He's rubbing our noses in it.
Yeah, because he can commit any amount of crimes that he wants, and he can never get arrested for it. This is true. And there's diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, and there's a photo of him and Elvis, too, yeah. So that's proof. By the way, we're not sourcing this, right, because it's on Fandom and fuck 'em?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You can go looking for this if you want, but we're not...
No.
We're not directing you to it.
No.
Fuck this website.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's why whoever wrote this trolled it. But...
Yeah. You want to read some more?
You want me to take over?
I can't keep fucking doing this.
Okay, all right.
We'll switch on and off. There's a lot more of this than I thought there was.
I'm gonna put you in charge of Google, Googling
right.
and fact checking for it.
Sure.
It has been foretold in ancient hieroglyphics that Todd Howard was destined to cause the tragic death of Elvis, as he was also stated to be the Antichrist. When told about this, Vanessa Hudgens famously got excited and said, "This is amazing. This means that
No! God, please, no!
has been used by the Antichrist. Oh, happy day." Wow. I kind of regret saying that.
Yeah, well...
Duck quacks.
Google's saying that she actually said fuckhole, so...
Yeah.
That somehow makes it less gross.
Sure. Myths say that if you say Todd Howard's name in a dark room with candles lit looking into the mirror, Elder Scrolls will be ported to another console.
Hey, can I just say how awesome it is that we've regressed back to Chuck Norris jokes? Just with Todd Howard instead.
That's a good point, actually. Todd Howard was recently said to release a song with Vanessa Hudgens, which caused a lot of popularity for the couple. However, when the song was released, it turned out to just be a parody of Gaston from the hit movie/musical Beauty and the Beast.
No one fucks like Gaston, is a cook like Gaston. No one gets with the man and then sucks like Gaston.
I want someone to make that. This was met with a lot of criticism by fans. When Todd heard about this...
No, God!
Wow.
Yeah. How much did you proofread this before we just jumped in?
I read this several months ago.
There we go.
Do you want me to keep reading? Because you seem like you're dissociating right now.
I kind of am. But that's mostly because I'm thinking about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie again.
Do you want to talk about that to cleanse your palate?
There's a really interesting moment where you think that, it's going to be about, like, trauma and PTSD and how, you can't just run from your past, it'll come up to haunt you. But no, the main character is just fucking taking sleeping pills to enhance his psychic dream powers, to look at the face of Matthew Lillard with magic dream powers. And that's before they talk about the ghosts of dead children in animatronics.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, not really.
I can't tell if you're joking, and I'm going to decide to just leave it at that. Because I know nothing about Five Nights at Freddy's. Do you want to hear about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson cucking Todd Howard?
I feel like I don't, but we're going to do it anyway.
We're going to do it anyway?
Yeah. Google at the ready.
In recent years, it has come to the attention of Todd and Vanessa that their sex life is getting a little boring with all the copious amounts of it and all. So they decided to fix this by hiring Dwayne "The Rock" literally Johnson to help out. When Dwayne heard about this opportunity, he instantly said yes and decided that on their meeting, he was going to teach them some things about the awesome world of sex. When they met up, The Rock had brought a whiteboard to illustrate his teachings. This event led to The Rock to famously say, "It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour." Todd Howard recently announced the new DLC for Skyrim, in which you get to play as Todd Howard. In an interview about the new DLC, he said, "I was like, oh my god, it's me, Todd Howard." The interviewer was very confused at this statement. When asking Vanessa Hudgens about the new DLC, she said, "I'm so excited for Todd to have himself in a game. I knew it was his dream to be in a video game of his own ever since the first time we met." He also announced he is back in the running for president after he was cured of being a rich douchebag after losing all his money in Vegas.
Hold on, I do have a slight I Googled it. I have a slight correction to make about that. It wasn't DLC, it was actually a fan mod. During the period where they were monetizing mods on Steam. So common misnomer, I think the person who wrote this wiki.
I don't know if you're joking because I got some vague memory in my head of that actually happening at one point.
I'm peppering a little bit of truth into the bit.
Yeah, no, that's a thing that did happen. I remember seeing footage of this mod. Interesting.
No, there is a mod you can play as Todd Howard.
Do you want to jump back in? We're right here.
He said, "I'm very excited to be back in the race along with the new DLC we have coming out. We might even have a new game in the next 20 years. This is just the same fucking joke over and over again.
It's the one joke that Bethesda fans have anymore now that they're so starved for content.
I identify as a Todd Howard joke.
Okay. Todd Howard was also on the Japanese street racing scene in the mid-90s to early 2000s. He was famous among much of the Japanese region. He was famously seen on Mount Haruna in a 1983 Toyota Terreno. The Terreno went on to win every single race it ever competed in. Todd defeated drivers in cars far, far more advanced than his own. Without fail, he won against each and every one, eventually. On the back end of his racing career, he went on to dominate the entire Kanto Prefecture. Eventually, the Japanese street scene died and Todd returned to America to continue to the Elder Scrolls series. You look like you're dissociating again.
Yeah, it's just, you can only see the same sentence rearranged at the same time.
How is that the same sentence rearranged?
No, just the same, we're making jokes about Todd Howard. He's gonna release Elder Scrolls 6 and a new DLC. It's I don't know.
Do you want to stop reading?
Let's scroll through for the interesting bits.
Let's see. Todd ascended the throne of godhood.
Yeah, we all know about that. Yeah. That was in the history books.
Yeah, he did.
Let's see. Burned by the embers of Armageddon, his soul blistered by the fires of hell and tainted beyond ascension.
Alright, we're reading that.
Yeah, here we go. Like I said, we just gotta skim through it to get to the meat.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying, yeah.
In the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood, burned by the embers of Armageddon. His soul blistered by the fires of hell and tainted beyond ascension. Yep. He chose the path of perpetual torment. In his ravenous hatred he found no peace, and with boiling blood he scoured the umbral plains,
seeking vengeance against the Dark Lords who had wronged him. He wore the crown of the Night Sentinels, and those that tasted the bite of his sword named him the Doomslayer. I mean, the Skyrim port.
Oh, this is an Easter egg to a video game that I've never played.
Yeah, it's a copy pasta. It's a Doom thing. Then the rest of it is just the opening monologue from Doom 2016. Wow, that sure was this.
Do you want to know where I got this? The Discord Todd bot.
Yeah.
Send me a link to this. You seem a lot less excited about this than you were when we started.
Yeah, no, I mean, in a way, this is the ultimate embodiment of Skyrim itself. It seems interesting, and like you're gonna have a real fun time just really digging into it, and then you just notice the repetition, and then it devolves into other Bethesda properties. I guess this person really did a really clever deconstruction of really what the ethos of Bethesda's entire
and I think you've at last realized that this is a subversive literary masterpiece, and the kind of metafiction that it does about Skyrim. And
see,
about
Dev, that's one of the things I don't like about our show is sometimes I'll say things with unbelievable layers of irony, and then you just look at me with the sincerity of a father trying to teach empathy to his young baby child. Yeah. And you just go, yeah.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you that I don't get jokes until you finally understand that I really don't get jokes.
It does make it hard to do a comedy podcast sometimes, but the results are great.
If it's hard to make a comedy podcast, then why are the results good?
Well, difficult recipes oftentimes result in delicious food.
I have a feeling that was another joke that I didn't get. Yeah. I gotta keep a tally one of these days. Yeah.
You just gotta roll with it, man. That's all I'm saying.
I am rolling with it. I'm just responding directly to things that you say indirectly.
I think the audience is having more fun than both of us are at this exact moment.
Oh, you're not having fun. Okay.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I just said the audience is having more fun.
But like laughing at my expense for being autistic? Is that what it is?
Laughing with. All I'm saying is we're
and that's why I'm friends with you, because you say shit that like sounds utterly insane to me, and it's very like interesting to me to hear you say insane shit, and then I realize later that it was a joke.
I'm just saying, there are not many friends I have that will go onto the Vanessa Hudgens Todd Howard page on the Vanessa Hudgens wiki, and then have there be a copy pasta, and then have me go, oh, that's what this is, and then somehow you end up mad. Like,
how am I mad?
I don't know. I'm having an equally hard time reading tone right now.
I'm not mad. I don't know. It's just funny to watch you realize the depths of how literally I take everything.
All right. Fair enough.
Yep. It's led to a lot of like really embarrassing circumstances in my life too.
Yeah, most people wouldn't willingly record them like you, bud. So it's kudos to you for having an incredible dedication to entertainment.
It's not that. It's literally I cannot go through my life without doing it. So what's the point of not doing a podcast?
Fair enough.
Yeah, like every moment.
That was a joke.
Yeah,
I was telling a joke.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Anyway.
Person who takes everything literally with person who only talks in abstractions, jokes, and metaphors. Will they ever understand each other?
Nope, never.
Today's theme music was written by Aria.
It's the theme music for every episode.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aria.
Every day's theme music.
Yeah.
Not just for our show, every day.
Every single day. Yeah.
I wake up and I listen to it and I go, fuck yeah. Theme music by Aria.
Me too.
Yeah.
I got that joke.
Yeah.
That's a joke I got. Yeah, thanks, Aria. Link to her card below. In the doobly-doo. Our link trees are in the description as well.
Yep, they sure are.
I would like to thank my Patreon subscribers, Dr. Alex K. and Christina Bone. Please subscribe to the Patreon, helps the show out a lot, and you'll get other bonus content, both for the show and for my other projects. I'm working on a horror story right now, and there's going to be bonus content for my webcomic, all sorts of stuff, so check it out if you want to support the show. It really helps. You got any pluggables?
I don't really know. My call to action this week is to just not pay any money to Bethesda or Microsoft for, like, I don't know, a week.
Yeah.
If you can help it.
Yeah, check out the mods instead. That's good enough. So, yeah, we will see you on the next episode.
See you, Space Dragonborn. Fusro, yeehaw!